why don't you tell me a little bit about the film and what brought you to the film?
Well, there are a number of things that brought me to it. I love the role. I love playing a mother. I love the fact that it's a film that's written by a woman and directed by a woman and a story about women. And I have a daughter myself, so I'm very interested in the whole process whereby girls kind of figure out who they are and who they're going to be. And I think that there's kind of an assumption now with where we are in history and in the culture that, you know, girls should feel empowered and feminism has come and gone, and, you know, and I think that that whole process of kind of figuring out what your own true voice is a complicated one. And I love the character because she also grows up in the course of the movie and realizes at the end that what she has been expecting of her daughter is really what she wants to be herself. So it's something that I can relate to as a parent because we all try not to project onto our kids and we all end up doing it anyway. So,
of course.
Yeah.
So what are some of the themes that you hope young women pull from this film? How do you feel like it's going to help empower people in the future and drive that message of feminism?
Well, I think how it will help, and I hope how it will help, is that it'll help girls, boys, whoever sees it, to kind of listen to their own still small voice, you know? I mean, yes, women are allowed to, you know, become lawyers and doctors, and they're in the workforce as much as ever now, and that's a liberating thing in so many ways, but that doesn't mean that, you know, that's the way that they have to go. I think finding out what really is true to yourself is a human process rather than either a feminist or a male process, so I think it'll help to remind people also that, you know, a lot of what Dora has to do is figure out who she is, unlike her friends and the people around her, that sort of finding your own voice is something that takes time and that is essential if you're going to sort of move forward in the world the way you're meant to. So.
Aside from being a parent, how did you prepare for this role, and how did the director help you with your preparation?
Well, it was wonderful to be able, for example, to rehearse with Katie beforehand. Eden and I had a couple of days where we actually got to just go and work on the script with Katie before we even started to shoot the film, which is highly unusual. You don't usually get to do that. So that was great. And I also just spent a lot of time, you know, reading and thinking about girls at that age and trying to remember myself at that age. And also looking at the ways in which, you know, characters almost always are trying to do what they think is the right thing, even if it's coming up against what somebody else wants. So I worked hard to not cast the mother in a kind of negative light, which is, you know, what would be the tendency. So,
Well, thank you very much.
Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Congratulations on the film. Yeah, thank you.